How's it going, you guys? AZPlow21 here, back with another booking stream here in our UFC save in WMMA 5. If you are joining us, we just finished UFC 268 Jones versus Blades. John Jones, currently the heavyweight champion still after beating Curtis Blades. Shevchenko, still the flyweight champion after beating Molly McCann. Piotr Yan beat Ricky Simone to become once again the bantamweight champion. So let's go ahead and get right into our booking. But first we have some emails to take care of. Ricky Simone needs to be renewed, and we are definitely going to do that. Oh, TJ Grant needs to be renewed. He just lost to Mateus Gamrot. He's now on a 3-fight losing streak, unfortunately. I don't know. We'll give him another shot, but it's not looking particularly good for him. Another loss, and he could be done for, unfortunately. His run started out very nicely. I mean, he got a big win over Carlos Diego Ferreira. That was basically an upset by split decision. Lost to Kabalov, lost to Miller, and then lost to Gamrot. It's looking like time might just be catching up with him. Johnny Hendricks got a pretty good win over Carl Roberson, trying to make his comeback as well. He's still very popular, so we're definitely going to keep him around. Gamrot doing very well for himself, ranked 18th now in the lightweight division, 3-1 in the UFC. That only loss coming to Hendricks. Definitely going to keep him. Sergio Giglio, currently undefeated, still at 15-0, beat Doo Ho Choi in his last fight. Gonna keep him around for sure. Mid-level regional still needs to get a little bit more popularity under his belt. Carr Franz coming off a win, 2 straight wins. He's currently ranked number 4 in the division. I wouldn't really know about that, to be honest. I think he still has some more wins to get under his belt before he could be considered for a title shot. Walt Harris, 4-fight losing streak. He's ranked as number 23 heavyweight in the world, but not with us, certainly. And he just lost to Muhammad Usman. RBM, how's it going, man? You don't have to hear me sing tonight, unfortunately. Walt Harris. He has not won a fight in this save. Volkov, Struve, Abdurakhimov, and then Usman. Split decision. My heart telling me not to cut him, so I'm not going to. One more loss, and it'll probably be too much. Felice Herrig coming off a loss. Thank God. Yeah, last night was rough. That's what happens when you toss a few back and decide you want to sing, you know? She's ranked, so she'll stay here in the UFC, but she's not exactly having the time of her life, Felice Herrig. Alexa Grasso coming off a loss. She's on 5 straight losses now, but she's somehow ranked still at number 14. I don't get that. And we updated our rankings too, right? Yeah, we did. I have zero idea why she didn't go down like significantly in the rankings. I mean, she's not even popular here anymore. I mean, but the thing is, she's still ranked highly. I mean, quality losses, and I guess if Zapatella ends up doing really well, then it'll look good on her. But, I mean, we're going to keep her around, obviously, but it's just, geez, she's not been doing well at all. High-level international, which is awesome. Jordan Espinosa, ranked flyweight, had a winning streak going on, so of course we'll keep him. He wants an extra... He wants an extra fight under his belt, guaranteed. That's fine. Ranked flyweight. I don't need Pitbull on the short list anymore. DirecTV Latin America. Get that popping. Alrighty. So we're zipping through these months pretty quickly, honestly. And I'm liking it just because it allows me to kind of just record and just have content constantly uploading on YouTube, you know. And for the Twitch people, it means that you get to see me constantly playing, you know? So that's good. But this is what we got going on this month. Yair Rodriguez versus Michael Johnson. Chris Weidman versus Robert Whittaker. Kamaru Usman versus Leon Edwards. We have our first UFC Prospect Showdown card. That's probably going to lose us some popularity, but that's okay. I'm fine with that just because I want to get these guys reps in. You know, the Prospect Showdown, it's all about just getting the young fighters, you know, fights so they can develop quickly. And then our pay-per-view for this month is UFC 269. Nice. Nunes versus McMahon. Main event for the Bantamweight Championship. Amanda Nunes and Sarah McMahon. Co-main event, Francis Ngannou versus Anthony Rumble Johnson in what is essentially a title eliminator. We have the UFC debut of one Fedor Emelianenko, 44 years of age. Look at him. Can't wait. That's gonna be a trip. Glover Teixeira versus Thiago Santos, which actually got canceled, unfortunately, because I think Glover Teixeira ended up testing positive for COVID, so that sucks. But, well, we get to live it out here in game, so that's good. And then Ronda Rousey getting another shot against Lena Landsberg. I mean, 4-fight losing streak would be terrible. She's still very popular, so it wouldn't make sense for us to get rid of her. But Lena Landsberg, I mean, her last fight was a loss to Aspen Ladd, so we'll see what she can come up with. Let's see here. And then Overeem versus Rosenstreich, Machida versus Breeze, Mendes versus Swanson, and then UFC 270 Till versus Brunson. 3 title fights on that card. Super exciting. And so yeah, let me pull out my handy dandy notebook here and see if there is anything else. Corey McKenna versus somebody needs to be put on. Let's see who that somebody could be. Jessica Del Boni. They're both 3-0. Both on big winning streaks. Nadia Kassem. Little bit more of an even fight. Yeah, let's do this one. A little bit less of a blowout than the other fight that was available. So we're essentially clear as far as booking goes. So let's see who's available and what we could possibly book now for the coming month. Let's look at our champions first of all. John Jones, are you available? 41 days, so not this month. Darren Till's scheduled. Vicente Luque is available, but we're waiting on the results of Usman and Edwards because that's going to decide who fights Luque. Jorge Masvidal is ranked number 1, but he just beat Robbie Lawler. Not exactly enough for a title shot. But I think he wants to fight GSP, and I think that's very interesting. And I actually would like to see that. So that's probably what's going to happen next, is Masvidal versus GSP. That's going to be sweet. Gregor Gillespie is ready. Is Dustin ready? I think that's what's going to happen. Yup, it sure is. Okay. So Gillespie versus Dustin. That is going to be probably the only title fight, I think, for this month. Oh, jeez. Probably the only title fight I would imagine. Let's see. Because Ortega, I don't believe is ready. TJ, how's it going, bud? Brian's 27 days. What about Zabit? 20 days. That could actually work as well. We can pull that off, I think. That is for the interim championship because Holloway is still the regular champ. He's out for a while. He's on hiatus, I believe. Yeah. If it reaches a year of him not being, active, then we'll just bump up the interim champ to, the normal champ. But it's what, June, right? And it's currently September, so he's still got a lot of time to decide he wants to come back. So that'll be for the interim championship. Alright, so that's another one down. Piotr Jan is good in 6 days. Aljamain Sterling is good in 6 days. We have Borg and Aldo also ready. But Borg, he's on a massive winning streak. That's the only thing. He's on a big winning streak, but he doesn't have any wins over any top 10 guys. So I feel like he still needs one more win. Aldo is coming off a win over Dominic Cruz, but he lost to Sterling. So yeah, it looks like Sterling's next because he beat Aldo, Rivera, and Song. So it is Sterling next. And we're going to just go ahead and do it. I love putting together these cards that have 3 title fights. I think it's awesome. I really do. I love it. Unless there's anything else we can do as far as a title fight, and then maybe move one of those over. Megan Anderson. Nunes is already fighting. Shevchenko. 34 days, so we can hold off on her. She can hold her own, main eventing a pay-per-view as well, if we needed her to. De La Rosa, when is she ready? 5 days. So yeah, next month will be Shevchenko versus De La Rosa. Alright, and then that's it. So these are our 3 title fights that we're going to be booking. Gillespie versus Dustin, which I imagine will be the main event. Jan versus Sterling, and then Ortega versus Zabit. Zabit, whatever you want to call him. You started your UFC network? That's awesome, man. You'll make a lot more money that way. McGregor versus Diaz 3 ending off the year. That's my intention. Because I don't think he's ready yet. Nate's good to go. Oh, you know what? Actually, where's... Because Conor's good, actually. Conor's good. Could this be another one of those 2 pay-per-view months? You know, I honestly don't know. Because this, unless Nate's popularity is in the shitter, hold on. Which I don't think it is. He's still mid-level international. He's on a losing streak, but I think he'd be fine. I think we're going to do that. I think that's another pay-per-view, though. Because I wouldn't want to, like, hurt the reputation of any of those titles by having them not be the main event, you know? Underneath, like, a non-title fight. So I think we might just do a separate pay-per-view. Where are we holding that pay-per-view, though, is the question. A solid show to end the year? That's a very good point, because we are booking December. Oh, shit, you are right. You are right. I'm up here thinking September, but we're going into October, and then it'll be November, December. That is absolutely right. So Gillespie, Dustin, Ortega, Zabit, Jan, and Sterling. Where do I want to put this card? Because the McGregor card's going to be in Nevada. I'm just curious as to where I want to put the title fights infested pay-per-view. Gillespie, Dustin will probably be the main event. So my initial thought is like New Jersey or like Louisiana, but we're doing a New York pay-per-view already. So like Louisiana, Ortega, California, Zabit and Jan, Russia. Let me see how popular, because I don't even think Jan's that popular in Russia, you know? New York, we're already doing a pay-per-view in New York, literally the month before. He's only low-level national in Russia, so he's not even that popular. What about Zabit? He's only low-level national in Russia. High-level regional here in America. Gillespie, Dustin. Gillespie's mid-level national. What's Dustin at? High-level national. I think we're going to do it in Louisiana. Minnesota. I think we just did a Minnesota card. Missouri, Kanto, Netherlands. Yeah, but I kind of want to base it off someone who's like, you know, on the card. So we're going to do it in Louisiana. Do we end the year going back-to-back pay-per-views? So week 3 pay-per-view, week 4 pay-per-view? I like that. Especially because it gives more time for everybody. Yeah, exactly. That's a good point, Hockey. It's not a very lucrative state. Or are you talking about Louisiana? Minnesota, lucrative is 40. Louisiana, 60. Yeah, we'll do Louisiana. Boom. Okay, that's all good. That's all good. Saturday, week 3. And then Saturday, week 4 is in Nevada. Good? Good. Okay. So 2 pay-per-views in the month of December. Love to see it. Pay-per-view in Louisiana. No, we're not going to do it in Ireland because as dope as it would be to go to Ireland, they're not very lucrative. Like, we're not going to make a lot of money going to Ireland, so it'd be better off just doing it in Nevada. Okay. All right, so we've got that figured out. Oh, jeez. Whoops. Now we just need to figure out what other fights we can book. So I'm going to do it the reverse way this time. I'm going to see what we can do from the bottom working up. So Zhang is good in 5 days. Carla Esparza, good in 6 days. Have they fought? No, they haven't. Oh, actually, they did. Yeah. Ooh. You know what? I kind of like the idea of Zhang taking on Yan in China. I think we'll do that. Will that work? I don't even know if she has name value over there. Low-level national. That should work. So Zhang versus Yan. Esparza needs to fight somebody then. She just lost the title. Jandaroba. 20 days. Tatiana Suarez. Just lost to Thug Rose. She's on a 3-fight losing streak. Yikes. Not exactly a tune-up fight, but a fight to, you know, get her back out there against Jandaroba wouldn't be bad. Because everyone else, it's like, no way they're ready. Ooh, she's out for 5 months. Zapatella. She's good in 20 days, but I don't want to just throw her to the wolves, you know? She probably needs more seasoning. So yeah, Jandaroba, I think. Did I book Rama? I did. Oh, no, I didn't. I guess we can't. I guess we're going to have to this month. I totally forgot to. Oh, well. So Suarez is in need of a fight. Murad is out for a while. I mean, Zapatella, she's 2-0. It would make sense to book her against Suarez. Grasso. I mean, not her. Brianna Van Buren. I think Zappatella, right? Yeah. Sorry. Zappatella versus Suarez. Brianna Van Buren needs a fight now, right? 27 days? I could hold off on her unless somebody is ready. 27 days. Calvillo. 20 days. Tiburcio. 20 days. Herrig just lost. Inoue. 13 days. Stamp Fairtex. 22 days. She's probably going to go on the, what's it called? Crap. Prospect Showdown show. She's going to be like the main event. Because you're probably going to hold it in Asia somewhere. So Van Buren just beat Herrig. 27 days. Van Buren versus Sosa, and I think that'll do it. Okay. And then Stamp Fairtex will be on the Prospect Showdown. Okay, not that. Molly McCann. 4 or 5 months. Velasquez. Beat Andrea Lee. Macy. Lost to De La Rosa. 19 days. But I'm definitely not putting her up against Velasquez. I'll tell you that. Chukagian. Beat Paige Van Zant. Robertson. Just back after losing to Shevchenko. And she beat De La Rosa. Velasquez versus Robertson? That's what I'm saying. Oh my god, I can't type. There we go. You booked Choi versus Feely. Choi got hurt 2 weeks before. Now I have Volkanovski going up against Feely. Hey, you do got to do what you got to do, you know? So Lee isn't back for like 5 months. Barber. She's going to go in 19 days. Chukagian. Yeah, makes sense, right? Barber versus Chukagian. Okay. Carmouche, no. Araujo. 27 days. We'll hold off. Van Zant. 13 days. Let's get her a fight. Agapova. Agapova versus Van Zant. Get her a little bit of a popularity boost. Should she win? I like that. All right. Porto. 41 days. She's out for a while. Yoder. 20 days. Hold off on her. All right. Bantamweight. Aspen Ladd. Just beat Claudia Ray. She's going to go in 6 days. I mean, what do we really have her do? You know? Juliana Pena's injured for a year. GDR lost to Amanda Nunes. She's back in 6 days. We can have her fight Aspen Ladd again. Holly Holm. Out injured for like 9 months. The only thing I can think of doing is Ladd versus GDR. You know? It was supposed to be Ladd versus Pena. So yeah. Kunitskaya. 6 days. She can't really fight anybody though, because Correa just lost to her. She's ranked higher than her. Unless she wants to fight Aldana. Probably. Jojua. Nah, Aldana. Aldana versus Kunitskaya. And then Correa isn't even good to go yet, right? Yeah, she's not. Jojua versus Vieira, maybe? Sarah Morris? No. Jojua versus Vieira? Dillashaw came back and beat Jan for the championship. Nathaniel Wood has been on a tear, so getting a shot. I like that. Nathaniel Wood is definitely one to look out for. 6 days for Mazzani. Degiatureva, 13 days. Mazzani versus Degiatureva. Oh, jeez. Mazzani versus Degiatureva it shall be. Nothing at featherweight. I mean, Raza Fierson's good to go, but we have really nothing for her. Hopefully some girls from Invicta, I should say, are able to be brought up pretty soon. Formiga, good to go in 6 days. Carr France, 6 days. Ben Wynn, 27 days. Alex Perez. So let's take a look at Carr France, because I don't think he lost to Perez, but before that, Jalamagalov, Dustin Ortiz, Jordan Espinosa, Ben Wynn, lost to Nicolau, who's down here. Perez was basically one fight away from the championship, who already beat Carr France, so I feel like he should fight Formiga. Is he ready to go, though? Yeah, he can go. So Perez versus Formiga. And then Carr France versus Wynn. Pantoja. Lost to Ulanbekov, and he's not ready yet. Nicolau beat Ben Wynn. So Nicolau versus Carr France, maybe. Kai's ready. Kai's ready. Nicolau. 27 days. He's ready. So Nicolau versus Carr France. Let's see. Zhimagulov. He's out for a while. Jordan Espinosa just lost. He's out for a while. Bontorin. Lost to Bagutinov a while ago. He's still out. Roberto Sanchez, 20 days. Lost to Shorty Torres. Who was where? Up there. Jared Brooks. He's out for a while. Brandon Moreno. out for a while. Bibulatov. I mean, he's good to go, I guess. Sanchez versus Bibulatov. And then McCall versus somebody. Borg versus Aldo. That's a fight we're making. Boom. It's ready. It's right there. Sterling's fighting Jan. Simone. 6 months away. Yikes. Marlon Moraes is good to go after losing his title, essentially. Oh, geez. Forgot he was the champion. He's been out for a good 8 months now. Marlon Moraes. Cejudo's not back. He's still on hiatus. TJ Dillashaw is good to go. He lost to Ricky Simone. I feel like Moraes versus Dillashaw would be good. Dominic Cruz versus Frankie Edgar. I can save that for another month. Yeah, definitely for next month, probably. So Moraes versus Dillashaw. Okay. I like that. What about this bottom half, though? Fonts is still out for a while. Casey Kenny. 27 days. 13 days. Jimmy Rivera. Ronnie Yaya. Yaya versus Rivera. What about John Jackson? He's out for a while. So Yaya versus Rivera. How's Shamil in your heavyweight division? Let's see. Abdurakhimov. Beat Verdum, lost to Walt Harris. Or no, lost to Verdum, beat Walt Harris, lost to Todd Duffy. That's how he's doing. All right, so bantamweight's done with. Featherweight, we already know Ortega and Zabit. What about Feely? Feely's out for another 3 months. Pitbull, out for 3 months. Jeremy Stevens, lost to Dustin. He's good to go. Ricardo Lamas or Korean Zombie? Lamas, Korean Zombie, coming off a loss, and he's not ready. Lamas and Stevens? I feel like that's happened before. It hasn't? Huh, okay, cool. I like that fight anyways. Coolio. Korean Zombie is not ready. Calvin Cater coming off a win. 12 days. Mike Grundy, is he good to go finally? No, he's still out for 6 months. Kevin Aguilar, no. Bibiano Fernandez, got a big win. 34 days, no. Josh Emmett, lost to Ryan Hall. He's on a 3-fight losing streak. Beat Kevin Aguilar. Let's do Cater versus Emmett. Cater versus Emmett. And that'll do it. Gillespie versus Dustin. Carlos Diego Fajeda. 41 days, so not yet. Tony Ferguson just beat the Bronx. 13 days. Moicano just lost to Dustin. He's got another 2 months. Connor. Ooh, Yaquinta. 13 days. Tony versus Al. They've never fought. I like that. Tony versus Yaquinta. Jakashi out for a while still. The Bronx literally just lost. He's out for a good while. Kevin Lee. He's out for a while. Dariush lost to Yaquinta by knockout. 13 days, huh? Moicano? No, he's out for a while. What was it, 40 days he was out for? Yeah, so we'll hold him off. Dariush is good to go. Beat Joe Lozon. Alexander Hernandez, he's still out for a while. Gamrot, are you good? 34 days. What about Gaethje? Gaethje's still out. Dysomov? I mean, he's good, but he's coming off a loss. Jim Miller? Coming off a loss. Jeremy Kennedy? He's literally fighting. Dariush versus Hernandez? I think we'll be able to make that work. Yeah, Dariush versus Hernandez. Cool, cool, cool. Gamrot's out for like 40 days, right? 34 days still. Tysomov was 6 days, right? So I guess Tysomov versus somebody. Okay. Luke can't fight yet. Rory. Are you ready? Apparently you are. Jorge Warley Alves. 20 days, huh? Rory versus Alves. Because we're definitely going to do Jorge. Ooh, actually, you know what? No, because you just lost, right? Yeah, should be Colby and Warley. Oh, yeah. Colby and Warley. Rory, we can still find a fight for. 13 days. Ponzinibbio. 3 days, huh? Lost to Vicente Luque and Colby. Means versus Rory. Ponzinibbio. Stephen Thompson's coming off a win. 26 days. Tyron Woodley. Drug suspension. I should probably just take him off. Robbie Lawler. Out. Mike Chiesa. 34 days. RDA. 34 days. Eddie Alvarez. Versus Ponzinibbio. As a big welcome back. I like that. Ponzi versus Alvarez. Like that. Takashi Sato, he's done. He's out for a while. Kunchenko, 12 days. Michael Venom Page is out for like a year. Yeah. Stephen Thompson, 26 days. feel like he should be fighting someone a little bit higher. Like Tyron Arabi, you know? I think I'll hold off. Thompson will definitely fight somebody here. So we'll just do Kunchenko versus somebody. Or I don't know. I mean, Kunchenko's kind of losing out on time. Lost to Millender. That was his only downfall, though. RDA? Chiesa? RDA beat Millender. Yeah. Chiesa? 34 days. Chiesa versus Kunchenko? I feel like we could rock that. Especially considering Chiesa's on a big losing streak. Alright, that'll do it for welterweight. Middleweight, Jacare. He's already booked his spot, yeah. So we don't have to worry about him. Rafael Lovato. Beat Brad Tavares. 6 days. Adesanya, when are you back, sir? 41 days. We'll hold off on you. Costa. 13 days. I feel like Adesanya Costa 2 would sell pretty well. But that's also 13 days, and that's next month. So Lovato. Who do we have for Lovato now? Jotko. He beat Jotko. Schlemko, Van Steenis. Lovato versus Schlemko. Lovato versus Schlemko. Adesanya Costa 2 will be next month. Van Steenis. $34 days. Hermanson. Out injured 33 days. Lost to Paulo Costa. Van Steenis versus Hermanson. When's Tavares back? 34 days. Let's do Tavares, Van Steenis. Hermanson, Carlos Jr., are you good to come back? 55 days, no. Uriah Hall. Lost to Andre Muniz. Ugh. Tamdan McCrory. 6 days. We'll hold off on on Hermanson. McCrory versus Vieira. We'll do McCrory versus Heinisch. And then Vieira versus somebody. Light heavyweights. Dominic Reyes beat Phil Davis. He's good to go. Still needs 1 fight. Uzdemir, 6 days. I feel like it's Uzdemir. Uzdemir and Reyes, right? Is he good to go? Yep. Johnny Walker, 6 days. Alexander Rakic, 27 days. They've fought recently. Luke Rockhold, 55 days. Ryan Spann, Phil Davis, Gustafsson, Blachowicz, 20 days. Lost to Glover Teixeira. Walker versus Rakic again. Let's have him fight other people. Luke Rockhold. He's not back, right? 55 days, so no. Ryan Spann. 55 days, so no. Phil Davis. Lost to Dominic Reyes. Gustafsson. He's out for a while. 2 months. Blachowicz. Lost to Glover Teixeira. 20 days. Okay. OSP. Lost to Rakic. He's out for a while. So I'm thinking Blachowicz. Let's do a Blachowicz versus Walker. Eric Anders, 6 days. Just to keep them busy, you know? Or Walker can fight at heavyweight, and Rakic can fight Blachowicz. But Anders can get a fight in, right? Yeah. Tyson Pedro? Nope. So Anders versus somebody. Okay, so first things first. Johnny Walker needs a fight at heavyweights. Chibura, 27 days. No. Justin Willis? 34 days. Philip DeFries, no. Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis versus Johnny Walker at heavyweight. Stipe lost to Curtis Blades. $13 days. Curtis Blades. 27 days. I think we're going to do Blades versus Velasquez, right? Yeah, so we'll hold off on that. Was Todd Duffy ready? 13 days. Versus Stipe? He's out for a while. He's out for a while. Gane. He's out for a while. So yeah, Duffy versus Stipe. Troy Nelson, 20 days. Shamil, he's out for a while, versus Derek Lewis. I think they fought before, right? They have never fought. That'll be interesting. Philip DeFries is not ready. Justin Willis. Big titty. Yep. So let's do Walker versus Willis. At heavyweight as well. Kane versus Blades can be next month. Alright, so this is what we've got. So again, Zhang versus Yan I want to do in China. Now, what else out of here can we do that's main event caliber? Tony versus Yaquinta? Reyes versus Uzdemir. Reyes versus Uzdemir. Where do we put that? Switzerland? Is Switzerland even like a place that we can go to? Switzerland. Where would that even be considered, you know? Iberia. What is Iberia? Let me look that up. I think it's like, based on what I'm seeing, it looks like it might be like Italy, you know? And like Spain. So Spain and Portugal. Okay, yeah, so that's definitely Spain and Portugal. Germany, Netherlands, France, Wales. Okay, so Southeast Europe more than likely then. Italy, Iberia, Germany, Netherlands, France, Wales, north of England. I'm gonna guess it's just Southeast Europe, just cause, you know. Blahovic versus Santos. I'm just gonna say that. So Southeast Europe. Okay, so all right. So that's good. So we need 4 more for this pay-per-view and then 2 more for this one. So immediately, Duffy versus Stipe. Put on this one because it's kind of weaker. Okay, so 2 more for this pay-per-view. Moraes Dillashaw or... So this is what I'm looking at here. This is what we've got so far for these pay-per-views, you know? Looks good so far. What I'm stuck on is I need... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's good. I need 1 more for the Conor and Nate pay-per-view. And I'm stuck between Moraes and Dillashaw or Rory and Means. Let's do Rory and Means. Actually, let's do Moraes and Dillashaw. Okay. Okay. So now, these fight cards each need 5 each. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 29 fights that I need to split up between these cards, essentially. Only 10 of them can go on the main cards for these, which means it's going to be a stacked month, essentially. So, Esparza Jandiroba. Put him there. Velasquez Robertson. Barber Chukagian. De Silva versus Perez. Lamas versus Stevens. Rory versus Means. How many spots do we have left? 4, right? Yeah, just 4 for these two. One, 2, 3, 4. Whew, these are some stacked cards, you know? Which is a good thing, but a bad thing at the same time. Now I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So these are all pay-per-view prelims. These are all pay-per-view prelims. Boom, 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 boom. It's a stacked month. I'm liking it. I am liking it. So let's do this. Let's do... Ooh boy, alright, so we've got ourselves a month of pay-per-views. 2 pay-per-views, 2 fight cards, and the fight cards that we have are stacked. I mean stacked. And I'm liking it. I'm liking it. So let's get these set up. So we have our 2 pay-per-views already. So we need Southeast Europe and China in week 1 and 2. And that's not even to mention the fact that we're going to do Prospect Showdown this month as well. Yep. So let's go ahead and get that going. Southeast Europe in week 1 of December. And that is in Southeast Europe, sir. Oh, that's right. Poland is oh, Eastern Europe. Where is Blachowicz versus Santos? That was in the Czech Republic. F it. We'll just do it there. Southeast Europe. Throwaway show. Yes. Saturday week 1 of December. Okay. Saturday week 2 of December. China. Boom. Joanna versus Jan. Now, well, guess who's coming back, boys? It's Jan again. Throwaway show. Oh, whoops. In December, Saturday, week 2. Love to see it. And now, time for a prospect showdown. Halfway through week 4. Throwaway show, UFC Prospect Showdown, in Nevada. No, that's right. We're going to do it in, like, Asia, right? Where is Thailand? Because that's where she's from, right? Southeast Asian country. Okay, cool. There it is. Throwaway show. Drug testing, yes. Boom. Dunzo. Okay. I feel like the first thing we should do is do UFC Prospect Showdown. And I really wish that we could tags. Can I do like young fighter? Can. That's funny. Yeah, I wish we could sort it by like age, you know? It is what it is. Oh, not ranked, that's right. Unranked, 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 unranked. Okay. Jessica Del Boni does not qualify, unfortunately. Cachoeira does not qualify. Where the F is Stan Fairtex. Out injured 22 days. Well, okay. Oh, it's because she's ranked, that's why. We'll make this our only kind of exception. Fairtex and Del Boni. All right. 27. Okay, 1-1. No. 28. That's not a prospect. We'll see if we can get something for Masunyane. Nope. Ooh, JP buys. Okay. Mastro Marini. There we go. That's what it's all about right there. All right, 27. If you have 11 fights being 27, that's rough. Nope, doesn't qualify. This guy does Smielowski. Okay. Ooh, versus Zalal. Tyler Diamond. TJ Laramie. There's actually choices here. Not Neves. So Smielowski. And TJ Laramie. Tyler Diamond and Zalal. Let's do Tyler Diamond. And then it'll be Zalal versus Laramie. Okay. I can dig that. I think we're just not going to do Masignane, unfortunately. It looks like there's too many options already. Jordan can't do him. Nope, not Pueyes. Nope, not Jalen Turner. Jay Dodds we can do. Nope. No. Give me one more at least. Mason Jones. That's the only one we have. So let's do it. Prospect Showdown, baby. Adam Proctor, there's one right there. Demba Garembo, there's one right there. No, not Jake Matthews. Chaos Williams, no. No, you already passed it. Sagid. Nope. Nothing for you here, unfortunately. Let's see. Adrian Bartosinski versus Romero Cotton. Okay. Boom. Gladkovich. Kasanganai. That looks like it. All right, two more. Too many fights already. Jordan Young. We'll ignore our rule there. Okay, and then at heavyweight we need one more. Give us one more. Boom, Carlos Felipe. Dontel Mays. Okay. Dodds and Jones says it'd be prelims. Proctor Garembo said it could maybe sneak on. Barsinski and Romero Cotton barely sneak on. Gladkovich and Kasanganai barely sneak on in the main show. And I like Kasanganai, so I'll move him up there. Daun Jung and Jordan Young barely sneaking on in the main show. Felipe and Mays barely scraping out of the main show. All right, well, there you go. That's UFC Prospect Showdown 2. Fairtex versus Del Boni. That means I would kind of have to sign a pretty good stream of young prospects, honestly. If I even wanted to do Prospect Showdown. You know what I mean? Definitely something to keep in mind, Adrian. Boom. McGregor versus Diaz 3. Your main event for the end of the year at UFC 272. Tony. Bork versus Aldo. Colby versus Warley. Moraes versus Dillashaw. Okay, move on to the next pay-per-view. Gillespie versus Dustin. Ortega versus Zabit. Nope. Jan versus Sterling. Duffy versus Stipe. Ladd versus GDR. China, Zhang versus Yan. Esparza versus Jandaroba. Still, no. De Silva versus Perez. Lamas versus Stevens. Lovato versus Schlemko. No. Tavares versus Van Steenis. Okay. And then Southeast Europe. Reyes versus Uzdemir. Velasquez versus Robertson. Barber versus Chukagian. Rory versus Means. Ponzi versus Alvarez. Chiesa versus Kunchenko. Nevada pay-per-view, Zapatella versus Suarez. Van Buren versus Sosa. Nelson versus Lewis. Walker versus Willis. No. Well, no, not even Johnny Walker. Okay. Jojua versus Vieira. Mazzani versus Dektiareva. McCrory versus Heinisch. Vieira versus somebody. Nope. McCall versus somebody. Okay. And then Rivera versus Yaya. And one more. Say 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Van Zandt versus Agapova. Aldana versus Kunitskaya. Rakic versus Blahovic. Anders versus somebody. Nope. Nicolau versus Carr Franz. Sanchez versus Babylatov. Dariush versus Hernandez. Taisimov versus somebody. Cater versus Emmett. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so one for each of these. Carlos Condit, Nick Diaz. I like Carlos Condit. Let's give Carlos Condit a fight. There you go. Anthony Rocco Martin for Carlos Condit. Thomas Almeida. Will Brooks. Let's go and do this. I like that. Okay. All right. Delija and Romanov. 2 heavyweights. Yeah, just have them go at it. Hell yeah, brother. Last fought 6 months ago. There we go. Get Wheatrick in there. You're back. How's it going, Hockey? We're still just booking up here. We finished doing the UFC Prospect Showdown. McGregor versus Diaz. This is going to be Gillespie versus Poirier. We're just doing the prelims now, essentially, for the shows. Devin Clark. Well, there you go. That's a fight for Rama right there. Devin Clark. John Young Park. Abu Zaitar. There you go. Both guys coming off wins. Cole Smith. There you go, DeMarte Pena. Kyle Nelson. Take on Steven Peterson, absolutely. Chaz Skelly. Kenny Jordan. Ooh, Derek Minner. Very even fight, let's do that. Becky versus Rick Glenn, like that. Will Brooks, Matt Steamroller Favola, Cidade, let's do that. Frank Camacho versus David Tamer, love to see it. Boom. That's Southeast Europe done. Let's see if there's any Chinese fighters that we could use. Nope. Okay. So 6 months ago, 3 months ago. Have we used all of them? Without being a hometown fighter. There we go. Just Jake Matthews. Versus Chaos Williams. Kyung Ho Kang. Featherweight, lightweight. Brad Riddell versus Don Madge. Christos Giagos versus Brent Primus. Favola versus Holtzman. Okay. Claudio Enrique de Silva. All right, boom, done. So you're still doing Diaz versus Conor 3? I most certainly am. You bet I am. And folks, it looks like that is going to do it for this booking stream. So just to recap, this is what we've got going on for the next month, the last month of 2021. How about that? We'll be passing up 2021. That's pretty crazy, honestly. In China, main event is Zhang versus Yan. In Southeast Europe, our our main event is Dominic Reyes taking on Uzdemir. Our pay-per-view in Louisiana, Gregor Gillespie takes on Dustin Poirier. Ortega versus Abbott for the IC title. Yan versus Sterling for the bantamweight title. And then in Nevada, that's the Conor versus Diaz pay-per-view. Oh, geez, what have I done? There we go. I'm AZPlow21. Thank you guys for watching this stream. As always, new content for this save usually comes out every day or two. I appreciate you guys as always. Links for everything is down in the description. Be sure to like the video. Leave a comment down below. What do you guys think about the save? Let me know. I'm AZPlow21. You guys have a good rest of your day.